Hey guys, how's it going? Kulprit here, and again, here's some Black Ops 2 gameplay. I believe the map is called Raid, and it is kill confirmed. I'm using MP7, if I'm not mistaken. It's a little hard on my little Vegas screen right now. Looks like I'm rocking the hollow sight. I've kind of been going back and forth with that. I think I prefer the red dot, though I am trying to kind of train myself to not use an optic. As you guys that are familiar with Call of Duty in general and Black Ops, you're better off if you don't use an optic at all, because you can get an extra attachment on, and you're just better off. Optics mostly are a crutch in this game, especially the red dots and the hollows. They don't give you any magnification, so the better players, you'll notice, don't use optics, and that's just because they can put another attachment on and gain a little bit more of an advantage. I'm kind of going through that transition, struggling with it a little bit, but it's a goal of mine. So I wanted to kind of talk to you guys a little bit why I am enjoying Black Ops 2 so much, and why right now it is the game I am playing. And a lot of people have kind of, the honeymoon phase, we're in full swing, but some people are coming down from the high, obviously, and they're calling Black Ops a mindless shooter and a zombie rusher and that kind of thing. And Skulls actually, he put out a video the other day about how he disagrees with that. He thinks there's a lot of decisions to be made, and how you have to make the correct decisions to be a really good player, and I absolutely agree with him. But at the same time, you have to fully admit that this game is not as deep, it is not as involved as the Battlefield 3s, or even the Warfighters for that matter. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. Even Wings Redemption, if I can, gosh, I think it might be the first time I shouted him out in a video. He did a video, I believe, a couple days ago. I don't know exactly when this is going to release, so it's hard to say what day it was. It was on Wednesday, I believe, saying how he sees the Call of Duty franchise turning into, like, basically a Mario Party with guns. And, typical Wings, I think he's overdoing it. I think he's trying to just kind of overdo it, just get some attention. But I understand what he's saying, and there has been a certain watering down of Call of Duty. And I think that's largely a business decision. It's to reach the mass markets. It's to be accessible by as many people as possible. You can't dispute the business sense of it. But as gamers, I can understand some people taking offense with that. For me, I don't, because I stopped looking towards Call of Duty for my tactical fix, or for my strategic fix, or for my milsim kind of thing going on. I don't look to Call of Duty for that, and I think a lot of these people that Call of Duty is their core game are almost like they're left lacking. There's something to be desired with Call of Duty now. They're not getting that, and I feel bad for them, but at the same time, like, that's what you get for letting an arcade game, I guess, affect your identity so much. It's silly to me. But, as far as, I've said this many times before, I feel like Battlefield 3 is chess to Call of Duty is checkers. And it really is. One game has more layers. One game is much more in-depth. One game is much more strategic. But checkers is still a really fun game. Like, it doesn't make the other game poor. And that's really kind of to my point. And my point is that I feel like I'm going to talk about Black Ops 2 specifically here, is FPS-LITE. And by that I mean, you literally, you don't have to deal with all the other trappings, and you don't have a migraine at the end of a 35-minute match wondering what strategically could we have done differently. Did we do this? Did we execute that? You just get in and you play, and the basic pillars of team play are there: communication, coordination, and just execution. And if you do those things, you will win, and you will win a lot of matches, because we know, teamwork and communication are very rare in these games. So you still get to scratch that tactical itch. You still get the teamwork and the competitive. Well, you hope you get some competition. That seems to be one of the few things, or one of the things I'm having the hardest time finding, frankly. But at the same time, there's not as many layers to peel, and we all know from Battlefield 3, I've pretty much been playing with Skulls and Zion. Maybe we've had another guy in and out, so at top's a 4-man squad. It's not like we're putting together a 6-man squad here. But typically it's been 3 guys, a group of 3, and it's just so refreshing. I load up Steam, I load up Black Ops, we party up, and we get in a lobby. And as we're getting in matchmaking, maybe we have to wait an extra minute or 2, or maybe 5 minutes just to find the right match. But I'll do that because I know when that match starts, Zion and Skulls are going to be on my team, and I'm going to be playing with my friends. And we all know from Battlefield 3 that was one of its biggest failures, is for a team-based game, a strategic team tactical shooter, they made it damn near impossible for you to play with your friends. We all know, and there was just so much trappings and logistics of, getting in Skype chat or getting into TeamSpeak, getting into battle log parties, and then getting into in-game parties, and then finding a server with enough open slots so that you all didn't get split up all over the place. Then you get in a server and you get split up anyway. Then some people would switch teams, and then you had to look for open slots and be like, switch now, but then the new guy would switch over and another guy in your squad would get switched, auto balance. It was just a huge pain in the ass. And logistically, I mean, for me, it became a real chore, honestly. And that's why you saw at the end, I pretty much almost exclusively played TDM because it was just easier for me. I could just go in, I could play, because there was so many like rush maps or whatever that the first MCON stations, I wouldn't even be really playing because I'd be so busy organizing and handling the logistics and telling people when there's no open slot and getting somebody into the Skype chat. And I mean, these are things I'm willing to do because when they work and when they're set up, it's great. It makes the game that much better. But it just, you know, it was so cumbersome. And Black Ops 2 has none of that. You get in, you form up your team, and you go play, and you communicate, and you use some basic strategies, and then it comes down to execution. Do I get the kill? Does he get the kill? That's it. And that's why I say it's FPS-LITE, because it doesn't have all these other trappings. Now, some of these guys are missing those things, I guess. I'm not. I don't look to Call of Duty for that. You know, if I want that, I'm going to go to Battlefield. If I want even more, I might go to Arma. You know, like those types of games. I'm not looking to Call of Duty for that. I mean, it is an arena shooter. It's an arcade game, basically. You know, like, I don't understand what these guys are expecting. And these are YouTubers and longtime Call of Duty players that are, like, surprised by this. And I'm like, I didn't even play last year's iteration of Call of Duty, and I'm not surprised. Like, I don't know. It's confusing to me. And I think, basically, people just need to relax. And just, you know what? I'm not playing Call of Duty to be to impersonate a soldier, to see how awesome I would be in Iraq. No, I mean, I'm playing it to play competitively, my friends against your friends. Let's see who wins, and let's have a good time. And it's funny because, I mean, everybody goes back and forth about the immaturity of Call of Duty versus Battlefield, all that. And there's a lot more trash talk in Black Ops 2 that I'm accustomed to, and that's mostly because the in-game VoIP, whereas Battlefield didn't have it. And I love it. I mean, I don't partake in it. You'll never hear me jawing back, I don't think. But I love it, man, when people are jawing at us. It really does. It just makes so much more fun of the game. I've had some of my, like I say to my sons, some real belly laughs. Like, I've just busted out. Like, I put a little clip at the end of the other video I did. There's been a lot of those moments where somebody just says something and it makes you laugh. Because people take this game so seriously, and I really feel like they got white knuckles on the mouse, and it's just, I wish they would just chill the hell out. Let's just play the game. This is not the game to be hinging your entire online reputation on. Just play the game. I mean, yeah, there is really annoying hit detection deaths. There's laggy deaths where you're just like, what happened there? In my screen, I emptied a clip. On the kill cam, I didn't shoot once. You gotta shrug it off. I mean, it's Call of Duty, guys. You gotta have a grain of salt, and you just gotta play it for what it is. And that's just playing with your buddies. You get in the game. You actually are able to play with your buddies. You get in. You work on some of the basics of FPS, you know, squad play, and that's communication, and that's just a little bit of coordination, and then just execution. And that's it. That's all this game is about. It comes down to communication and map knowledge, and those are the two most important things. And right now everybody's working on getting those things. Some people are ahead of others, some people aren't, but that's what Call of Duty Black Ops 2 comes down to. And these people pretending like, you know, by being good at this game it makes them a beast at gaming, that's silly. This game is very friendly. You know, it's easy on the scale. It's very user friendly. I mean, some people have, you know, like I said that the franchise has gotten watered down. It absolutely has. It's a business decision. It's making it accessible to the masses. They don't want it to be so, the learning curve so steep that people stay away, i.e. an Arma 2 or games like that. No, it's not. It's just not going to be that. So you might as well just get over it. Play the game for what it is. Get in groups with your buddies. Play other people. Laugh. Enjoy yourself. Try to get better. And then, you know, everybody's going to have a better time for it. You gotta shrug off the tough little hit detection things. I mean,
54 and 11.
I don't know what you're expecting. It's Call of Duty, but some people just get their hopes up so high, and they lose focus on what it is. And to me, it's a nice escape. I just literally a couple clicks. I'm in a group. I'm in a lobby. The games are only like 8 or 9 minutes long. It's refreshing in that sense. Now, that's not a hate on Battlefield. I can't wait to get back into it and have the layers of tactics and strategy. But for right now, I'm enjoying the lightness of Black Ops 2. and I'm having a heck of a time with it. So I hope I made a lot of sense to you guys. I mean, I know I kind of probably rambled on a little bit there, but let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed it and you've listened this long, I'd really appreciate a like. And I hope you're having a good week, guys. I hope you had a good holiday, and have a good weekend. I will talk to you soon.